Hello, this is Manish Patel from the EIA Capital Group. Today is August 9th, 2010, and this is the weekly analysis for currencies. We're doing this today. Reason why is yesterday's videos didn't have voice, unfortunately. We begin with our normal procedures. This is a disclaimer basically stating this is for educational purpose only. All charts are either in Thinkorswim or TradeStation. Here are our contact details. You could also follow us on Twitter under the name KumoTrader, KUMOTRADER. Let's begin by going to the website. Sorry about that, I don't even have it up. While I do that, let me just state that the website is going through some changes, so please bear with us. We're adding a lot more content there as we go through and get a lot of feedback from people. As you guys can see, we're going to it has a lot of info there. You could also see that if you go there, you get this little bar now that pretty much gives you access to Twitter, YouTube videos, everything we do. Let's begin. Let's go to the heat map right away. We're going to look at the heat map. Basically, we're looking for 5 and above for all time frames for a bullish scenario, and -5 and below for bearish scenarios. If you look here, the daily is basically bullish. The 240 is weak as far as bullish is concerned, and the Euro USD is kind of on the boundary line. So we'll look at that because we always look at the Euro USD. But we're kind of looking for consistency there with the low mark on high mark on the 120 going up, and pretty much low marks on the 240 in daily. So we're looking for the lower to influence the higher. Let's flip through all these currencies. You can see Australian USD. We'll go look at that too, but it looks like the higher time frame, the lower time frames are starting to get weak compared to the higher. Really, there's nothing there on the US yen side. You could see that this is getting weak on the lower time frames, but the daily still bearish. There's nothing here. We possibly could look at the CAD yen for a bearish scenario. There could be something there that's now starting to tweak where these guys are going to start influencing daily. So we'll definitely go look at the CAD yen in a minute. And then if we keep on flipping through, Canadian Switzy, there's nothing there. Nothing here at all. So let's go straight to our charts and let's go look at the Euro USD and then look at the CAD yen. So if we go look at the Euro USD, always start off with a weekly time frame. If you look, we're basically in a pullback mode. We outlined the levels yesterday in the video, but unfortunately didn't have voice. But you could see that basically right now we went at a real nice pullback. It penetrated the Cajun-sen to a point we went all the way up. We got to this bottom right here, this major resistance value, and we're kind of stuck there right now. Now, my guess is what's going to happen is that since the Tenkan-sen Cajun-sen is bearish, these two need to cross. So a pullback's going to happen. And you can see a little of that happening today. There's going to probably be a pullback or a little consolidation period for these two guys to cross, and then the major question is going to be is what's going to happen. Okay, so will it continue to keep on going up, or will it continue to go down? We don't know that at all. Right now, if you look at the weekly time frame, this is a level at 1.2845 to the bearish side. We got to see exactly what happens there, and then we got to see exactly what happens at this 32.73 level. Today we pretty much bounced off and went a little lower, but the weekly time frame really is not telling us anything right now. Basically, we're still in a pullback phase until we have a confirmation that we're going to resume the trend or the pullback's over. We don't know any of those yet. If you look at the daily time frame, this is the daily time frame. You could see that we pretty much have got pretty much right below the close from from yesterday. And if you zoom in, this is a bullish scenario, but as you can see that we're at our weekly resistance levels, and you got to see exactly what's going to happen. On the daily time frame, you got to see exactly what it's going to do around the Tenkan-sen and the Cajun-sen. If it crosses the Cajun-sen on the daily level and gets this level here, there's a high probability it's going to sit there and resume the bearish trend. But we really don't know right now because there's conflicts on all time frames. We basically are in a major pullback, and we just got to be patient and wait and see if there's any trades for daily and weekly to come. you could see that when this was consolidating here, we broke down and we came right back to that consolidation area, and now that was support that we broke is now a major resistance. So we're gonna have to see exactly what happens at this level and wait and see. Let's go look at the US yen, because we've been talking about that being bearish. And if you look on Twitter today, I basically talked about if you're into counter trend strategies, when it came and did this double bottom here on the weekly time frame. Actually, it's more of a triple, kind of quadruple bottom almost, because dating back all the way here. We're at a major support level on a weekly time frame, and also Tinkinson did not follow price. So since Tinkinson did not follow price, we definitely would think of a counter trend strategy right now where we could go in with very low risk. If you look at it here, you could see yesterday, unfortunately, the video didn't work out, but you could see that price had escaped the Tinkinson, because price was here and it was far away from the Tinkinson. Today, with the pullback occurring, Tinkinson's about to meet price and equalize, so it's going to be a key to see what happens. On the low, this is why we talked about on Twitter, look for confirmation lower time frames to play the bullish side, keeping your risk very low. Okay, now let's go look at the CAD yen. CAD yen looked like a bearish opportunity, maybe. Just have to look at the numbers. If you look at the weekly time frame, we're basically in the cloud. If we break out of this cloud, then we got a high probability this thing's starting to go bearish and sit there, go to the bottom of the consolidation range at 79. So there's a high possibility of this thing going bearish if it breaks out of the cloud. Let's go look at the daily time frame. Of course, it's going to look choppy. Let's shrink this down. Let's get a realistic view of what's going on. And if you come in here, let's just draw some price lines in here. This is a major support value right there, as you could see. And then you got these little peaks that come out right there. So those are levels you got to pretty much wait for. 81.56 has been a major one, but notice that it's never closed below that really. It's gone peaked, so we're kind of yanked people in on the bearish side and then went up on the bullish side. But this thing has been consolidating for a while now, and I think it's time for it to pretty much start breaking down. Only time will tell. We have to wait for confirmation of the signals, but I believe that a bearish trend is getting very close to start occurring. We just got to wait for it to break down below the 81.56, and it's going to go to 79 as we saw on the weekly, and then go from there. Again, here are my contact details. You could go to eiicapital.com and you can find any information you want on Ichimoku and anything else that we offer. Thank you and have a good week.